Working on a Simplex steam locomotive. Part 13. Changing the appearance of the steam dome. I prefer it to be the correct shape, with a polished brass finish. This is how I did it, with a bit of time and effort. And at the moment I think it looks like a World War II German helmet. It's very flat on the top. And the only way to put this right is to remachine it to make it rounder at the top part. These cast steam domes are quite difficult to make because you can only machine part of it. The bottom bit is 100% handwork. It's very labour intensive and it takes quite a long while to do. This is what the steam dome looks like on top of the boiler. As you can see, it's very flat topped. Over now to the lathe, and I have a piece of metal in the lathe that I need to turn down considerably to support the inner part of the steam dome. This is going to take quite a long while, so what I'm going to do very shortly is speed up the sequence so it doesn't seem to take an eternity. I have to turn down this piece of metal so that the steam dome fits on it like this. Then I can machine away quite a lot of this bit. I used this piece of steel because I found it in my scrap box, and the good thing about it is I can fit it in the chuck jaws without changing the jaws for the external ones, because at some time in the past it's been machined at the other side. I don't really need to face the piece of metal in the chuck, but I thought I would do just for the video. This is a very hard piece of steel and it's taking some cutting, but the surface finish is quite good. It's typical, when I don't need the surface finish to be good, it is, and sometimes on the final cut I don't get a good finish and have to use emery cloth to make it look good. Such is life. The main belt to the headstock is slipping, so I squirted some of this stuff at the belt, and after the solvent evaporated, it didn't slip quite so badly. Finally, the piece of metal was the correct diameter to accept the steam dome, which was just a push fit on the piece of metal held in place by a live centre in the hole at the top of the dome. The first thing I did was to try a file on it, just to make sure it wasn't full of body filler. And thankfully it wasn't. Now I'm being very careful, and by turning both the saddle handle and the handle on the cross slide at the same time, I'm removing metal so that the dome becomes rounded at the top, not flat. After turning and filing and turning, you will see that I keep testing the finish with my finger. In this clip, I'm removing some of the flatness from the top of the dome. As you can see by this clip, after more filing and more turning, the dome is starting to appear fairly round, although there are one or two lines in it. It's quite difficult to move the tools in synchronicity manually. After plenty of filing and sanding using 100 grit sandpaper, it started to look good. All of the lines were disappearing fast. I need to remove the rest of the paint, which really is well baked on. Don't forget the steam dome sits right on top of the boiler. So once again I'm using some 100 grit emery cloth, which seems to remove most of the paint okay. Some of the paint was very stubborn around the flange. I'll remove this manually with some emery cloth on the bench. At this stage of the proceedings, it's a good idea to start polishing up the steam dome to get some idea of how good it is. I never wear gloves in the workshop. I like to know where my fingers are at all times. This is a bit of a problem because the part is getting very hot, but because I do a lot of this stuff these days, my fingertips are getting fairly impervious to heat up to a certain temperature. Plus, just behind the polishing spindle, I do have a tub of water, and very frequently I dip the part into the water to keep it cool. Some of this paint's been very stubborn, so I'm using cellulose thinners and a brass wire brush. I've also put the chimney in the same thinners to remove the paint from that. I'll leave that overnight. In this clip I'm finishing off the gunmetal dome with some brasso wadding, and it's really starting to shine. Here's a shot of the steam dome as it was with the flat top before I started working on it. The steam dome on this Simplex Great Western Railway conversion looks a lot better. Stay safe, stay well, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists, and by doing that you can find other videos that you may like to watch. and by using the playlists you can actually watch the videos back to back.